Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. In this week's edition of Ask Your Local Electrician, Brandon Hogan with Electrical Specialist answers your question, what should I consider when hiring a contractor? Take a look.
How's it going, everybody? And thank you for joining us on today's episode of Ask Your Local Electrician. Today we're going to be continuing on the theme that we have for this section called What Should I Know Before Hiring Someone to Wire My New House? Today we're going to be diving into number 3, which is the contractor. Who do I hire? How do I know who to hire? This is a big question. I get asked a lot with friends who know I'm a contractor that want to know, hey, what are the main things that I need to look for to make sure I'm hiring the right person? Well, that's a very broad question, and there's lots of factors that go into that. We'll just start with the number 1 that I would say is the fit. Are they a fit for you? It depends. How do I know if they're a fit for me, you would ask? And I would say it depends on what's most important to you. Is this a job that you're trying to keep under budget? Or is this a job that you want turnkey and you don't want any hassles and you want it done right? Those are kind of the 2 things that you have to balance. You either, I know a guy and I'm going to give it a shot and see how he does and he's a great price, or I don't care what the price is, I want it done right and this is going to last my whole life, so it's that kind of importance type of thing. There's kind of 2 mindsets there, and you got to figure out where you lie on those 2. So when we ask, well, what does a proper contractor have? What do we know that we can look for to find out if they've got the basic goods to deliver what I need? A lot of those things are going to be experience. Have they done it before? Do they have pictures of last projects? What is their online presence like? Today we're in a day and age where you can't hide or use ignorance to trick clients. Everyone has an online presence, and if they don't, there's a reason why. So you want to look online, look at the reviews, find out what people are saying about them. Just because one person left them a bad review doesn't mean they don't have 100 others that are good. So check them out online. You should be able to find out most of what you want to know. Communication. That's going to be a key factor in everything on these projects. So do a test. Call them and just tell them what you're looking to do. And over the phone, as you're explaining what you need and they're telling you what they can offer, judge the communication. Are they listening? Are they actually taking into account what you want? Or they just say, hey, why don't you send us an email and we'll get back with you later? You got to judge the communication of them first, and that's an easy way to do it. A proven process. Do they have a proven process? In that conversation with you that you have with them, hopefully somewhere they say, heck yeah, we do this all the time. We've got a 15-step process. We'd love to sit down with you and talk about it. We'll start at number 1. We'll walk you all the way through it. What's it look like beginning to end? If they don't have something like that, you need to be a little concerned about, are they just flying from the seat of their pants and hoping that it works out right? Or have they done this before and we have a good chance that it's going to work out well? In that conversation, do they want to know the story of why? Why are you building this? Is this your forever home? Is this a home for your kids, your daughter to live in? What's the story behind the why? Most good contractors will dig deep enough to find out what means or what matters most to you about this project. So be looking to see if they ask those questions when you make a call. Also, the easy ones to pick up, are they licensed? Are they insured? Do they have a warranty? If they have a warranty, what is it? What's the description? If they just say we have a warranty, that's a little concerning. Warranties, especially on building a house, can cover a large gamut of what possibly could happen, all the things that are installed. There should be a very detailed warranty explanation of what's covered and what is not. Do they give you a timeline? Do they give you a budget and a ballpark price? This is kind of a touchy subject with a lot of people, but when you're talking about a project that's anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 on a normal average, then they should be able to give you a normal price of what a house that size typically costs to be wired. So when we circle back and ask, what are the biggest factors that I should be looking at when I hire a contractor? It really comes down to what's one question, and that's what's important to you. Is it going to be a budget and a timeline, or is it going to be safety and security? You really have to kind of pick and find out where you lie, and that's going to help you decide who to hire. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, hanging out with us. If you have any more questions or if you want to know more about any of these subjects we cover, go to our website at www.especialists.pro. There's tons of stuff on there to get you through it.
Ask Your Local Electrician is sponsored by Electrical Specialists.